Alright, this is John Kohler with OKRaw.com, and today, maybe you saw my video I did earlier today on my breakfast. So now I'm ready for my lunch, and I'm going to make my lunch, and this is actually what I eat, you know, almost on not on a daily basis, but every now and then, depending on what I have. I'm currently traveling, so I'm not at my house with my full-on garden and all my fresh greens, so I'm trying to do the best I can when I travel. And I'm happy to say that anywhere you are in the United States, you can make this recipe that I'm going to make right now. It only contains 2 ingredients, so it's really simple, real easy. The 2 ingredients are basically citrus, so I'm using some mostly oranges here. I have a couple tangerines, and if I need more juice, I'll use the sweet limes. And so we're going to make citrus juice, and then we're going to blend that up with greens. So we have some organic spring mix here, and this is available at most warehouse club style stores, such as your local Costco or Sam's Club. I actually purchased this at my local Costco, and I've been all around the country, even in Hawaii, and they always sell these baby mixed greens, and they're most of the time organic. Sometimes they're not, but most of the time they are organic, and they're actually really affordable, except in Hawaii. But that being said, you want to grow your own greens, but if you don't grow your own greens, this is probably about the best deal you're going to find on 1 pound. Usually it's under $4 unless you're in Hawaii or somewhere really far, but in the continental US, it's usually under $4. And besides having the spring mix, I also like to get the spinach, so I rotate, sometimes spring mix, sometimes the spinach. So I guess when you pick these out at the warehouse store, you'll have to also check the expiration date, and I always try to dig underneath on the bottom or even though stack behind to find an expiration date that's more in the future, because that's going to be fresher. The other thing when you're picking out a box of this stuff, you want to kind of look in there and try to pick one out that doesn't have as much moisture. I find the ones that have more moisture inside the box tend to go bad faster. So the ones with least moisture and the furthest out expiration date. So to make this recipe, it's really simple. All we're going to do is take the spring mix here, and we're going to first load up our blender. So, I like the spring mix because it's a lot of different mixed baby style greens. Of course, I grow a lot of greens in my garden, and I encourage everybody to grow their own food. My food tastes a lot better than the spring mix. But, sometimes you have to do the best you can. If you don't have a garden or you don't want to garden, then this is what you got. But for a highest vibrancy, you want to have your own food that you're growing. Sometimes, as I said, I'll do spinach, and sometimes if you want to get the best food, don't even buy it at the warehouse club. Go out and forage it. So in the backyard here, there's dandelion greens growing, so I could harvest dandelion greens. Another thing I like to put in with the orange juice is actually just orange juice and stinging nettles. Yes, stinging nettles that'll sting you if you touch them, but once you put them in the blender and blend them up with orange juice, oh my god, that's my favorite green smoothie recipe. So yes, this is actually a green smoothie style recipe. Most people may use bananas in their green smoothies, and I like to use bananas sometimes, but I really like using the citrus in the green smoothies. So we're going to go ahead and push that in there, and now we're going to juice our citrus. So once again, I have the Orange X Citrus Press, or actually this is called the Olympus Citrus Press. It's really fast and efficient. I guess, and the other thing is, I always recommend preparing all your food fresh. So I'm using oranges and making fresh orange juice, and using as fresh as possible spring mix for my greens. But it'd be best if I had my own citrus trees, and of course I have my own green vegetable plants. But that being said, if you can't or don't want to juice your oranges, definitely you could buy the unpasteurized orange juice in the container, in the plastic container. Not that I'm advocating that, because I don't, but if that's all you got, and it's going to keep you from eating maybe something that's not as healthy for you, I think it's much better to do that than to eat something that's not so good. So we're just about done cutting up all these oranges, and now we're going to juice them. So it goes pretty quick with this citrus press. I really enjoy the manual citrus press. I get a little bit of a workout while I'm doing it, as well as, I get fresh squeezed orange juice, not requiring any electricity. I am getting, as I said, some exercise. And it's really easy to clean. Basically, there's only 2 pieces you need to clean. It's all stainless steel, the funnel and the strainer cup. And so it goes really quick. I have another video where I actually, in under 9 minutes made a whole salad using this, and I'm going a little bit slower today. I'm not in a rush. Yeah, so if you don't have oranges, I like to use oranges the most. Or if you don't have oranges, you can use tangerines. Actually, I like to use tangerines better than oranges. And actually, the Valencia oranges work better than the navel oranges. Valencia oranges are actually better juicing oranges. Other oranges I like are actually the Texas or Florida juicing orange. Actually, those have a really nice flavor. Or definitely tangerines. Sweet limes, I wouldn't necessarily use a whole bunch of lemon juice. That's pretty acidic there, tasting. Grapefruits, you could probably use grapefruits. I've never done that. I'd stick with the oranges or tangerines actually, or maybe the sweet limes. So we're about halfway done juicing these. And we're going to keep on going. So this is going to make one basically container full of basically green smoothie. And blending up your greens is definitely a good way to include more greens into your diet. I mean, I could sit here and eat 1 pound of greens if I wanted to, but it takes a long time, especially because we should be chewing our food. And most people take 2 chews and swallow. We want to chew our food really well, masticate it into a mush, pretty much like the blender's going to do for us. That being said, if you do blend your food, you don't want to just put it in and then gulp it down. You want to swish it around and mix it with some salivary amylase inside your mouth so you'll get better digestion. Uh-oh, we're almost overflowing here. So we'll go ahead and pour this orange juice in. And we're going to go ahead and juice some more. Alright, so we're just about done finishing juicing the oranges. We're going to pour this orange juice into the blender carafe. So that's been basically 2 cupfuls of orange juice. And it's all draining down to the bottom very slowly. It's getting stuck in between all the leaves in there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the top on the blender and we're just going to blend it up. And we want to start off generally kind of slow. Looking at taking all the greens and just blending it all up. Alright, let's crank it up to high. Alright, so that was it. That's how easy it is to make a green smoothie with literally just orange juice and spring mix. And it's really important when you're blending, you don't want to over blend. The more you blend, the more you're going to basically oxygenate the food. Not that it makes it bad, but you want to minimize that process. So here's the green smoothie, orange juice, and spring mix. Orange juice really mellows out the greens. Tastes a lot of orange with some greens. You taste the greens. So definitely getting more greens in your diet is really important. This is just one way to do it. Juicing is another good way to do it. Alright, so this is John Cola with OKRaw.com, and keep drinking them green smoothies.